Please understand, derivative of f of x is f dash x. Substitute y. Y means given problem. Y is what? X into x plus 1 by x. All of you know, if the problem is in the form numerator by denominator, we are supposed to apply what? Quotient rule. So if you want to expand, you can write minus x per n plus a per n, and this will become your d by dx of 2. 2 is what? 0, because derivative of constant is 0. In the denominator, we'll get denominator the whole square. Welcome to the session, dear students. So in my class today, we are going to discuss very important topic, that is differentiation. In my last session, I have done few problems on differentiation. Now I'll go ahead with some more problems of derivatives. So 2 mark questions in your exercise 18.1. Differentiate the following with respect to x. So if f of x is x square minus 3x plus 10, find f dash 50 and f dash 11. They want you to find f dash 50 and f dash 11. Please understand, derivative of f of x is f dash x. So now let us take what is given. They have given f of x. F of x they gave x square minus 3x plus 10. Now we'll differentiate both sides. Differentiate both sides with respect to x. When you differentiate both sides with respect to x, LHS becomes d by dx. D by dx of f of x is equal to d by dx of x square minus d by dx of 3x plus d by dx of 10. So each term we differentiated. LHS d by dx of f of x. D by dx of f of x is f dash x. What is d by dx of f of x? F dash x. So f dash x is equal to d by dx of x square is 2x. All of you know, derivative of x per n is n into x per n minus 1, and 3 is constant, take it out. Here 3 is constant, take it out, and d by dx of what? X. Then plus d by dx of 10. All of you know, 10 is what? Number. All numbers are what? Constants. So derivative of 10 becomes what? 0, because differentiation of constant is 0. So now here d by dx of x, I have written f dash x, and d by dx of x square, x per n, n into x per n minus 1, 2x, and 3 is constant, I took it out, and derivative of x becomes 1, and this is 0. That's what I have written here. So now f dash x value got, f dash x is 2x minus 3 into what is d by dx of x? Derivative of x is 1 plus 0, leave it. So you got f dash x. What is f dash x, my dear students? F dash x is exactly 2x minus 3. Now they want you to find f dash 50. If you can find f dash x, you can find f dash any number. So now if you want f dash 50, so f dash 50 means in the place of x put 50. In the place of x, if I put 50, 2 into 50 minus 3. So 52 is 100, 100 minus 3, that is 97. So f dash 50 they want. In the place of x put 50, 2 into 50 is 100, 100 minus 3 is 97. So you got f dash 50 value. So f dash 50 is how much? 97. They want you to find this, we got it. Then second part, they want you to find f dash 11. They also want you to find what? F dash 11. So first, that's why f dash x, you call it as equation 1. Whatever we got f dash x, call it as equation 1. Here we got f dash x, call it as equation 1. So further we need f dash what? 11. F dash 11 means what? In the place of x put 11. So f dash 11 they want. So here we have f dash x. In the place of x, if I put 11 in LHS, in RHS also 2 into, in the place of x put what? 11, 2 into 11 minus 3, 2 11s are 22, 22 minus 3, that gives you 19. So you got the value of f dash 11. What is f dash 11? F dash 11 is what? 19. F dash 11 is 19. F dash 50 is 97. F dash 50 they wanted, we got it. And f dash 11 is 19, f dash 50 is 97. Hence we have done the problem. What is meant by f dash x? D by dx of f of x. Remember, derivative of f of x, d by dx of f of x is f dash x. F dash any number means in the first you find f dash x. F dash x is 2x minus 3. If they want f dash 50, in the place of x you put 50 on both sides. Then they want f dash 11, in the place of x put 11 on both sides. Next, f of x is x power n. F dash 1 is 10. Find the value of n. So they gave f dash x value. So first let us consider f of x. F of x they gave x power n. Now they gave f dash 1 value. f dash 1 is given, so that's why find f dash x. So how to find f dash x? Differentiate both sides with respect to what? X. When you differentiate both sides with respect to x, LHS becomes d by dx of f of x, RHS becomes d by dx of x per n. So now all of you know d by dx of f of x is f dash x, and d by dx of f of x, d by dx of f of x is what? F dash x, and d by dx of x per n is n into x power n minus 1. All of you know that is the first formula in the formula list. So f dash x is n into x power n minus 1, and they want you to find f dash, they gave f dash 1 is 10. F dash 1 is 10 means in the place of x if you put 1, f dash 1 becomes how much? N into 1 power n minus 1. So that is f dash 1 is exactly, all of you know 1 power anything in maths, 1 power anything, 1 power 5 is 1, 1 power 1000 is 1, 1 power anything is 1 only. So f dash 1 n into 1, so f dash 1, that implies f dash 1 is just n into 1, n into 1 is what? N. So you got the value of f dash n. What is the value of f dash 1? You got n. But they have already given, if you read, they gave f dash n. What is f dash n given? F dash 1 they gave 10. So here what I will do, f dash 1 you got n. F dash 1 value they already gave. What is f dash 1? 10. In the place of f dash n, I can put 10. 10 is equal to what? N. Therefore, what is the value of n? N is 10. Simple and direct. So in spite of f dash 1, I am putting 10 because they have given. What is f dash 1 they gave? F dash 1 given is 10. So in the place of f dash 1, here we have f dash 1. In the place of f dash 1, put what? 10. So 10 is n, or n is equal to 10. First find f dash x. What is f dash x? F dash x becomes n into 1 power n. So f dash x is n into x power n minus 1. F dash 1 means in the place of x put 1 on both sides. So f dash 1 it will become here 1 power anything. 1 power n minus 1 is 1. N into 1 is n. So f dash 1 becomes n. In the place of f dash 1 put 10. So 10 equal to n, or n value is what? 10. They want you to find the value of n. We got it. So now we'll start with the problem 3. What is problem 3? They gave x, y is equal to x plus 1 by x. They want you to prove x square dy by dx minus xy plus 2 equal to 0. Here you can see dy by dx. So first find dy by dx and substitute in this equation to get the answer. Simple. So now y is given. What is y given? X plus 1 by x. Call this as equation 1. And now differentiate both sides with respect to x. Differentiate both sides with respect to what? X. If you differentiate both sides with respect to x, LHS becomes d by dx of y, and RHS becomes d by dx of x plus d by dx of what? 1 by x. Now further, all of you know derivative of x is 1, and derivative of 1 by x is minus 1 by x square. This is the value of dy by dx. Further we'll simplify. I'll write it here. So dy by dx is 1 plus into minus becomes what? Minus 1 by x square. So call this as equation 2. Now you know the value of y, you know the value of dy by dx. Take LHS of the equation, substitute in LHS and get the RHS. So what is LHS given? LHS is clearly given. They give LHS, they give x square dy by dx. Left hand side they give x square dy by dx minus xy plus 2. So in this substitute the values. So x square into, what is dy by dx we got? Dy by dx we got 1 minus 1 by x square minus x into, we have y here. Substitute the value of y. What is the value of y? I will use the brackets for this. Y is what? X into x plus 1 by x, and outside we have plus 2. Simplify this. X square into 1 is x square minus x square into 1 by x square. Open the bracket. So minus x square minus into x into 1 by x plus 2. Further x square I can cancel, x and x I can cancel, and we are left out with x square minus 1 minus x square minus 1 plus 2. X square and x square I can cancel, and we are left out with minus 1 minus 1 minus 2 plus 2. Minus 2 plus 2 is 0. This is RHS. we got right hand side, hence the proof. I hope all of you understood. So find dy by dx, this part, and substitute y. Y means given problem. Y is what? X into x plus 1 by x. Dy by dx we got substituted. One of the good problems where basic differentiation, after finding dy by dx, take LHS, substitute the value of dy by dx and also substitute the value of y and simplify, all the terms cancels and finally you will get what? 0 as the answer. Okay, now we will go ahead with 3 more questions. Differentiate the following with respect to x. The first one is x power 5 minus cos x by sin x. You can see this problem, it is in the form of numerator by denominator. All of you know, if the problem is in the form numerator by denominator, we are supposed to apply what? Quotient rule. First, let us take y is equal to x power 5 minus cos x by sin x. Now differentiate both sides. So differentiate both the sides with respect to x. If you differentiate both sides with respect to x, LHS becomes d by dx of y is equal to d by dx of x power 5 minus cos x divided by sin x. So now it is in the form of numerator by denominator. You know, when the problem is in the form of numerator by denominator, you are supposed to use what rule? Quotient rule. So what is quotient rule? What is quotient rule? D by dx of numerator by denominator is denominator the whole square. In the denominator, right, denominator the whole square. In numerator, denominator into derivative of numerator minus numerator into d by dx of denominator. So we call this as what? Quotient rule. I asked you people to become thorough with the rules, then you should start differentiating. What is quotient rule? D by dx of numerator by denominator is denominator into derivative of numerator minus numerator into derivative of denominator by denominator the whole square. Please become thorough with the formula. We will apply the same thing here. Now what is denominator here? Sin x. So in the denominator we should write denominator the whole square, that is sin x the whole square. In the numerator, sin x into d by dx of numerator. What is numerator? X power 5 minus cos x minus numerator, that is x power 5 minus cos x into d by dx of denominator. What is denominator? Sin x. Further, that will give you sin x into d by dx of x power 5. X power 5 is in the form x power n, so it will become 5 into x power 4 minus d by dx of cos x is minus sin x, minus of minus becomes plus sin x, minus x power 5 minus cos x into derivative of sin x is d by dx of sin x is cos x divided by sin x the whole square, that is sin square x. So now simplify this further. If you simplify this further, dy by sin x into 5x power 4 plus sin x minus cos x into x power 5 minus cos x divided by sin square x. See, we can stop it here. You can stop it here. Further, if you want, you can simplify or leave it. So denominator into derivative of numerator minus numerator into derivative of denominator by denominator the whole square. So after certain stage, if necessary, you simplify. If they ask you to prove that or show that, simplify, or you can leave it here, no problem, they'll give full marks. What else we can do here is multiply it and take x power s common and simplify and rearrange. So if you multiply, you can take x power s common or you can rearrange, or you can leave it, that will be better. Next, x power n minus a power n by x minus a. Again, this is in what form? Numerator by denominator. Whenever you have numerator by denominator form, what you should use? Quotient rule. So first, let us take this problem. So y is equal to x power n minus a power n divided by x minus a. This is given. So now it is in the form of numerator by denominator. So differentiate both sides with respect to what? X. Then LHS becomes d by dx of y and RHS becomes d by dx of x power n minus a power n divided by x minus a. So it is in the form of numerator by denominator. So answer is what? In the denominator, write denominator the whole square. In the numerator, denominator into derivative of numerator minus numerator into derivative of denominator, d by dx of denominator x minus a. Further simplify this, that will give you dy by dx is equal to x minus a into x minus a, that is denominator into, what is d by dx of x power n? D by dx of x power n is what? N into x power n minus 1 minus, please observe, a is constant. What is a? Constant. And a power n is also constant. A power n is also what? Constant. So if you have constant, all of you know derivative of constant is what? 0. So d by dx of a power n becomes what? 0 minus x power n minus a power n into d by dx of x. D by dx of x is 1 minus d by dx of a is 0 divided by x minus a the whole square. Further it will be x minus a into n into x power n minus 1 minus 0, you can leave it, minus x power n minus a power n divided by x minus a the whole square. My dear students, so here you can stop it, or further if you want you can simplify this, that is multiply this, it will become minus x power n, multiply this plus or leave it, because we don't get any standard result. So you can leave it here comfortably so that you will get marks. When you are simplifying, you should not do any silly mistakes. So if you want to expand, you can write minus x power n plus a power n, and this will become n into this, n into x power n minus becomes x power n, then we will have n into, like that it goes on, but nothing cancels, so better leave it. Next, now the problem is 2 divided by x plus 1 minus x square by 3x minus 1. They gave 2 terms in the problem. You can do one thing, you can compress this by taking LCM, or you can differentiate each term. For second term you should use quotient rule. For first term also you should use quotient rule separately. So now we will take y is equal to 2 divided by x plus 1 minus x square divided by 3x minus 1. Now differentiate both the sides with respect to x. LHS becomes d by dx. D by dx of y is equal to d by dx of 2 divided by x plus 1 minus d by dx of second term, that is x square divided by 3x minus 1. So we have 2 terms, we are differentiating each term. So that is dy by dx is equal to, first term use quotient rule. So in the denominator the whole square, denominator into derivative of numerator minus numerator into derivative of denominator for first term. Again we can use the same thing for the second term, that is in the denominator the whole square, and denominator into derivative of numerator d by dx of x square minus x square into d by dx of 3x minus 1. For both the terms separately use quotient rule. So that will become x plus 1 the whole square, derivative of 2 is 0, minus 2 into derivative of x is 1 and derivative of 1 is 0. All of you know d by dx of x is 1, d by dx of 1 is 0. Here d by dx of 2 is what? 0, because derivative of constant is 0, x plus 1 the whole square minus 3x minus 1 into derivative of x square gives you 2x minus x square into derivative of 3x gives you 3 into 1 minus 0. Derivative of 3x is 3 is constant, take it out, derivative of x is 1, derivative of 1 is 0, divided by denominator the whole square, that is 3x minus 1 the whole square. Further you can observe 0 into anything is what? 0, the first term becomes 0, and we will have minus 2 into 1 is minus 2 divided by x plus 1 the whole square minus, I will rewrite it as 2x first, I will write, then 3x minus 1, then minus 3x square divided by 3x minus 1 the whole square. My dear students, in numerator you can take x common or further simplify or leave it here, not an issue, they will give full marks. So we got dy by dx. So if you want to simplify, solve it here, simplify carefully. Since they are not asking you to prove that or show that, so no need to simplify, you can leave it in standard form so that they will give full marks. So this is a third problem on what? Quotient rule. Then we have another problem that is again on quotient rule. So take the given problem, y is equal to what is given? Y is equal to what? Root a plus root x divided by root a minus root x. Differentiate both sides with respect to what? X. LHS becomes what? dy by dx. RHS becomes d by dx of root a plus root x by root a minus root x. Now observe, you can use quotient rule for this. So then we'll get dy by dx is equal to, in the denominator we'll get denominator the whole square, that is root a minus root x the whole square, denominator into derivative of numerator, that is root a plus root x, minus denominator into derivative of numerator minus numerator into root a plus root x into derivative of denominator root a minus root x. Now all of you know all alphabets except x, y, t are constants, I taught you. So here a is constant. So a is constant, root a is also constant. D by dx of root a is 0 because root a is what? Constant. All alphabets are constants. Root of constant is also what? Constant. So root a is constant. So derivative of root a is 0. But you know the formula. In the formula list I gave root x. What is derivative of root x? You know derivative of root x is exactly what? 1 over root x. D by dx of root x is 1 by root x. D by dx of root a is 0. Now coming to this, in the denominator we'll have denominator the whole square, root a minus root x the whole square. In the numerator we'll have root a minus root x into d by dx of root a is 0 plus d by dx of root x is 1 by 2 root x minus root a plus root x into derivative of root a is 0 minus derivative of root x is 1 by 2 root x. See here we have root a. Root a is constant, d by dx of root a becomes 0, minus is there, put minus, d by dx of root x is 1 by 2 root x. First we use quotient rule, denominator into derivative of numerator minus numerator into derivative of denominator by denominator the whole square. Now further simplify, root a minus root x into 1 by 2 root x plus into minus is minus, root a plus root x minus into minus becomes plus 1 by 2 root x divided by root a minus root x the whole square. You can observe in these two terms 1 by 2 root x is common. You can take out 1 by 2 root x. So in numerator I can take dy by dx is equal to, I can take out 1 by 2 root x. If I take 1 by 2 root x common, I am left out with a minus root x, root a minus root x plus root a plus root x, root a plus root x, whole thing divided by root a minus root x the whole square, and further you can cancel minus root x plus root x, so it will become 1 by 2 root x, root a plus root a is 2 root a divided by root a minus root x the whole square, so you can cancel 2, so finally you will be left out with root a by x I can write, or separately you can write root a by root x into 1 by root a minus root x the whole square. Or you can also say root a divided by root x into root a minus root x the whole square. Anything fine. This is dy by dx. I hope all of you understood this. Next we have the last problem, that is here denominator is also there. In numerator we have product is also there. So it includes quotient rule as well as product rule. So fifth problem is including both the rules. So we'll start differentiating. Y is equal to 2 per x log x by root x. So differentiate both sides. Then dy by dx is equal to dy by dx of 2 per x log x divided by what? Root x. So now use quotient rule as usual. So dy by dx is equal to, in the denominator we should write what? Denominator the whole square, that is root x the whole square. In the numerator root x into derivative of numerator, that is 2 power x into log x minus numerator, that is 2 power x into log x into d by dx of denominator, that is root x. Simplify this further. So root x into, use product rule. When you have product of two functions, use what rule? Product rule. First function into d by dx of second function. You know product rule. What is product of two functions? Whenever we have product of two functions, we should use what rule? Product rule. If you have first into second, first into derivative of second plus second into derivative of first, they will not mention that you should use product rule. You should observe there are two functions, one is 2 per x, the other one is log x. They are product of two functions. Use product rule. First into derivative of second plus second function, that is log x into d by dx of 2 per x minus the remaining part minus 2 per x log x into, all of you know what is d by dx of root x? 1 by 2 root x divided by root x the whole square. Root x the whole square, square root cancels, it will become x, and we are left out with root x into 2 power x d by dx of log x is 1 by x plus log x into, you know, d by dx of a power x. A power x is a power x log a, 2 power x is 2 power x log 2 minus 2 power x log x divided by 2 root 2. 2 if you take up, it will become minus 1, that is divided by, I can say, x. Further observe carefully, we can simplify or we can take LCM and simplify further. So dy by dx can be written as, denominator we have x and numerator take LCM. If you take LCM, root x will be the LCM, 2 root x will be the LCM. The 2 root x I can write it here, and remaining part becomes, in numerator 2 root x into root x becomes 2x into 2 power x by x plus 2 power x log 2 minus 2 power x log x, whole thing by 2 root x comes to denominator. I wrote it here. Earlier we had only x, so 2 root x will be the denominator of the first, and we can write it. Further you can simplify by taking 2 per x common. So in both the terms we have 2 per x common, you can take it. From these two I can take 2 per x common, or my suggestion you can leave it, no problem, they will give marks. And whenever 2 per x, a per m by a per n form also you can use, or leave it in that form, yes, you will get marks. So my dear students, I taught quotient rule. I told you apply the rule properly, differentiate properly, further simplifications. If you leave it in one of the standard form without doing any mistakes, you will get full marks. But you should know what is quotient rule. What is quotient rule? Denominator into derivative numerator minus numerator into derivative denominator by denominator the whole square. Okay. Thanks for attending the session. I will see you in my next session. Thank you.